June 14th, 2021. Come with me on the journey. I'm on the floor, lying on the floor, glass all over me. My face is bloodied, my body's bloodied. I was taking a shower, but my body gave out. So I went through the glass. My husband ran and he saw me there, immediately called 911. They came, they took me to the hospital. And when I was in the hospital, they were like, we don't know what's wrong. My husband says I only had one conscious moment that I was awake and I screamed, take me to Tufts. I was the senior vice president of revenue for Tufts Medicine in Boston. They did so. They put me in a helicopter. In the helicopter, I had my first cardiac arrest. They brought me back. They immediately took me and put me in the trauma bay, and they started my operation. What ended up happening was I was septic. I had 9 feet of intestine removed from my body. My whole abdomen was reconstructed. And in the middle of that surgery, I had my second cardiac arrest. At that point, they took me and put me in a machine they call the ECMO machine. They take all the blood out of your body, they bring it back. I was in that machine for 24 hours. Only 1% of people that are in that machine survive for being there for 24 hours, going through the process. And I woke up. And when I woke up, my question was why and what? Why am I still here? 1%. Why am I still here? And what am I here to do? I was in charge of revenue and I was in charge of innovation, AI. I was telling people how to use technology. However, I was in a spiral of doing what was expected. How many of you, when you show up at work, show up as they are comfortable with you showing up? Most of us. You see, we've been told the lie that it's about authority and power. But it isn't. Your presence is your autobiography. When I woke up, I learned that I was more than that person I was before. The suit I used to wear didn't fit anymore. And I had to show up in a way that I was creating impact. I want to take you on the journey of who you have to be a leader in this AI world. You see, as a leader, you can no longer show up the way people knew you, the way they believed you were. Because AI, we've been hearing it all day, is a tool. We keep talking about AI as if AI is invented by itself. We invented AI. AI is the creation of an enabler to make us faster, more capable. No longer are you the authority. You see, I was known in my company as the sage leader. She had the answers. If there was a problem, she could solve them. Boy, that's a lot on your shoulders, isn't it? And it's not who you are. It is a facet of who you are. What AI does for us, it lets us show up in all the 7 different leadership modalities. The main modality is you are your architecture. You can select how you show up for the situation. And you can select how you show up to create the presence and the experience of those that you are around. Let's just be very clear. Life is about creating experience. And the new world is the human connection and experience. You see, what AI does is frees up to create these experiences. So when you think of your modalities, let's go through them. There's that sage impact person. That person no longer has to be the authority, just has to have access to the information. And AI provides you that. But AI does not let you have the critical thinking to make those wise assessments from the information. That's yours. We all have those insights that no AI can replace. That's how we use AI. We use it to empower us to make those decisions. The protector is extremely important because as our young generation is growing and finding out what they're going to do with their lives, the protector gives them a safe place to make decisions, to make mistakes, and also to create. And that is what we are now in the forefront of doing. We're in a powerful time that we can continuously be in creation. And if we fail fast because we have the capability to pivot. And then we have the operator. I've always been a great operator, and most of you are wonderful operators because we have known that performance is the way that we got validated. We performed and we were validated. But reality is, now is the time for you to understand that you need to navigate your creation of who you are. Ask yourself the question, how am I going to show up today? What path am I going to take? Am I going to be the influencer? Am I going to be the protector? Am I going to be the operator? Do what you need for that moment because you navigate your future and you navigate what AI does. Thank you.